takedown late in the period. 3 near fall points. He just about pinned that man, but Hoback pulled it out. He is the champion, 11-9 over Dustin Destebal. Dick?
In Class 2A competition, Matt Anderson of Shenandoah defeated Chad Smith of Winterset. Major decision, 17-5, big time, as Anderson wins his 2nd consecutive title for Shenandoah. Last year at 140, this year at 145. Doug?
Thank you, Dick and Dean. We're at Iowa Public Television's coverage of the 1998 High School Wrestling Championships live in Veterans Auditorium in Des Moines. Thank you for tuning in. Maybe you have somebody out here you're watching carefully to see what happens in your hometown. We're going to 1A now, 152 through 189. 1A, the smaller schools. And a young man undefeated from Underwood, coached by Lewis Curtis, is going up against a young man from Northland and Troy Mills, coached by Chris Anderson. Blue Wahle against Kent Noska.
And if you've got a famous restaurant in your little town, just let us know.
Let me tell you, I was just going to tell you how Tim Johnson thinks.
Well, hey, Chis Smith's, the double dip ice cream in Morning Sun, Iowa, for a nickel, okay? That's what I grew up with.
Very nice young man here wrestling for Underwood, 48-0. His name is Blue Wahle. Last name spelled W-A-H-L-E. And Tim was very disappointed when he couldn't say it was Blue Whale. And I don't blame him. The Eagles on the front of Blue Wahle's uniform. He's in the light blue against Kent Noska in the maroon. And it's Wahle's takedown. 2-0. Boom, like that. Okay, let's talk about wrestling instead of food. How about that, Tim? Up on 2A, who do you have?
It's the second favorite topic of all wrestlers.
Because they can't eat. Now there's a pin at heavyweight at 3A. 2A, it's Curtis Williamson of Eagle Grove against Tim Matthys of Davenport Assumption. The champion team has another man out there. He's in the red at the top. And at AAA, it's Dayton Ericson of Cedar Falls. There's a Cedar Falls wrestler out here, the champion team, if he can win it all.
He can win it, yeah.
And Drew Kelly of Charles City is the man who's trying to keep him from getting it. And right here, it's a 2-0 lead for the man who's riding very well here, Blue Wahle. Suppose his first name B-L-U is for short.
Bottom man, green, let's go, bottom man. Your ward, let's go.
Official is Mike Denner of Waverly, saying the bottom man is not moving enough, and he's going to call him for stalling.
Underwood had a lot of wrestlers come to the state, and they had 6 win in the first round. We're leading the tournament and then faltered, but good program going on in Underwood by Lou Curtis. There he is. Good job by the camera people, Iowa Public Television. We say it, they show it. Lou Curtis, his dad, Terry Curtis, was inducted into the Officials Hall of Fame tonight. Former wrestling coach at Williamsburg, and then official, Terry Curtis, his son, Lou, at Underwood.
Like so much of this wrestling game, you know, it's in the family, you know, somewhere along the line. Wahle leads 2-1. Blue is in the blue. In fact, there. Got poked in the eye, I think, but he's ready to go again. They'll flip coins for who goes in the second period. Choice goes to the Troy Mills,
Red takes down.
North Lynn wrestler Kent Noska.
He's a senior. Blue Wahle is a junior, 48-0 this year.
He deferred.
Freeze.
Wahle qualified as a freshman, was 4th place last year as a sophomore.
There,
And
over there, wait for my
Kent
whistle.
Noska was a qualifier last year as a junior.
Cover.
Wahle gets to his feet right away. Noska struggles back with the high leg. Wahle's out, and he's up by 3-1. Wahle has a takedown. He had the first takedown.
In
They got to escape.
In 2A up there, Wade King's Davenport Assumption wrestler Tim Matthys going for his championship, and Wade King's 3rd champion. In 3A, of course, we've got the Cedar Falls wrestler Dayton Ericson behind by the count of 5-1 to Drew Kelly of Charles City.
There we go.
Kelly has a record of 30-1. coming into this championship round. There's a shot, a low shot out of balance by Kent Noska, and Blue Wall takes advantage of it right away. Stuffs him and comes right on around for his second takedown. He's had 5-1. Wall looking good. That's how he got to be 48 and zip this year. Gives up a takedown, gives up no takedowns, but gives up the escape. 5-2 now with a minute to go. And again he counters and goes behind. 7-2.
Does a really good job of countering the shots.
One green, neutral.
He's a 3-year member of the USA National Freestyle and Greco team. Top 8 finisher in the 1996 Greco Nationals. Blue Wall in Underwood.
Watch the face, you understand? Okay.
One of those youngsters who has been out in the world of wrestling. You know, they start early.
Well, he's probably had 150 matches, 200 outside of the year in his freestyle Greco program. That's equal to 3 or 4 more years of experience. That's where you go to the next level.
There he is, Blue Wall in the blue on the left. Kent Noska from North Lynn against him. 1A, 152 pounds.
Nothing yet, nothing yet, nothing yet.
Nothing.
Nothing yet, nothing yet.
Wall was looking for a lot, then he decided I'll just go around and get something.
And take the takedown.
That's right.
So he's had 8-9-3 now. He's very confident on his feet, as you can tell. He's between the periods. We'll show you the 3A standings. A switch try by Noska, but Wall just held on and cut it off. And that ends the first period. 9 points.
Here's the deal. Glenwood's got one more wrestler. They have to have something like a major to even tie Cedar Falls. Cedar Falls has to lose 3 in a row of their finalists to give Glenwood any kind of chance.
So how's Dayton Erickson doing with Drew Kelly?
Well, he's down.
He's down 7-1. So Cedar Falls still doesn't have that clincher. Not quite yet. Wall goes with the international start. Referee Mike Denner tells Kent Noska it's coming. He's going to be freed. 9-4. Period ends. We go to the third period. Well, what is the time?
Watch the face, all right? Okay.
Apparently Wall got poked in the eye again.
Watch it. All right? Here we go. All right now? My time.
There's that real confidence in the tie-ups. You notice that from Wall? Starts right there.
Nice, yeah.
Comes right in.
He does a nice job of a couple of things. One, he feels the shot of the other man, and he's able to defend it and drop around. There's Luke Curtis, his coach from Underwood. And but on the other hand, when he sees an opening, Wall's able to shoot in, and he does a nice job finding an opening and penetrating.
Well, he looks like a prospect, all right. There's no doubt about it. 152 pound at the 1A division. He leads 10-4 over Kent Noska. Noska was warned for backing away. Again, he comes under the arms and boom, he's in there fast.
Little short drag into a attack on the hips, double leg, 2 takedown.
Nice move by, well, he's used several things here tonight. So far, he's had 6 takedowns. Minute 5 to go, third period. That's what Noska has to do. He has to just turn around and go.
Here's the last takedown right there, just driving across the arm, into the hips, 2 points.
He just powered right through it, didn't he? So now Wall seems to have some sort of trouble with a leg that they're calling time for. He has a wrap on his left knee. Not sure what the serious injury is. They're stretching it a little bit, as if it's some kind of a muscle spasm.
And at 3A, we have a 9-1 lead by Drew Kelly from Charles City. Here's where we're at. Right there is Cedar Falls' first finalist right there is Dayton Erickson, and he's down 9-1 with only 41 seconds left. It doesn't look like it's going to be him. 1A is final, or 2A is final.
2A. And that...
Tell me when he's ready.
Well, let's see.
Cut time.
We'll get it for you in a second.
I think it's Davenport Assumption's third.
Right.
Davenport Assumption's third win in 2A.
Tim Matthys.
Tim Matthys.
Now we're back at work here in the 1A mat with Blue Wall of Underwood leading 12-5 in the last 50 seconds of the match. He's the man in blue going booming, and then a double leg. Wham. He's It's just been too much here for Kent in this last match.
What's to improve it now?
Straight ahead stuff.
Winner on
14-5.
3A's, Drew Kelly. He won 9-1 over the Charles City wrestler. Drew Kelly wins over Dayton Ericson from Cedar Falls.
So Cedar Falls have a couple of more
And
wrestlers in.
But Glenwood has a shot to see if they're going to put the pressure on next match.
Bottom set. Optional start. Cover.
1A, 25 seconds to go here. Again, boy, I'll tell you, Wahle has been able to get under those arms and just barrel in pretty much at will here in the last few minutes. 14-6 with 20 seconds to go. He's trying to make off with the 1A championship at 152 pounds. That's the only match left of the three weights going right now. And right after that, we'll have the 145-pound award for you.
Let's go this way.
5 seconds to go. And a good, solid, workmanlike, impressive win by Wahle. There's a throw just to top it off. 16-6, it's over. Wahle's the state champion.
Lou Curtis gets his first state champion at Underwood. It's not Underwood's first state, but it's the coach's. And the significance about it is his dad coached for years and years at Williamsburg, never had a state champion, and now his son, and I'm sure he's just happy as all get out. He goes into the Officials Hall of Fame tonight, and his son gets his first state champion.
Look at that grin on the coach there. That's a good wrestler, Wahle. Let's go to 145 1A.
Presenting the Class 1A 145-pound awards, Coach Bill Plain of Columbus Junction, Columbus.
152 pounds, Davenport Assumption's Tim Matthys scored a reversal in the second period, added the takedown in the last period, and decision Kurt Williamson 4-2. Williamson from Eagle Grove. And jumping into a coach's arms like that, I think at 152 pounds, we're probably reaching the weight at which we're not going to see too much more of that. Dick?
All right, Dean, in AAA competition, Cedar Falls, this is the night of the underclassmen. There you see the junior Drew Kelly of Charles City after he has defeated the senior Dayton Ericson of Cedar Falls 9-1. And Cedar Falls still has yet to...
Coach Lewis Curtis of Underwood. Sixth place, Craig Davlar, Rock Valley. Fifth place, Nick Haney, Mason City Newman. Fourth place, Brody Veet, Odevold Arthur. Third place, Tyler Nix, Green. Runner-up, Kent Noska, Northland, Troy. And the 152-pound 1A champion from Underwood, Blue Wahle.
Blue Wahle, who placed last year, but placed right at the top this year. He looked impressive at his weight. He dominated everybody, and he is the champion at 1A in 152 pounds. So that's 1A. Let's go to 2A now next. Coming up. When we get back to wrestling again, it'll be 171 pounds. And we'll still be at 1A, watching Postville make their shot at first place.
Assistant coach and brother Bill Matthys of Davenport Assumption. Sixth place, Ben Goodale, West Liberty. Fifth place, Matt Rupiper, Carroll Kemper. Fourth place, Matt Fletcher, Shenandoah. Third place, Gary Frank, Van Horn Benton Community. Runner-up, Curtis Williamson, Eagle Grove. And the Class 2A 152-pound champion from Davenport Assumption, Tim Matthys.
One more champion for Davenport Assumption. How many is that, Tim, for Davenport Assumption? That's 3. They wrapped up first place very early in an impressive performance as a team. Tim Matthys, the champion there at 152. Now the 3As at 52.
Presenting the Class 3A 152-pound awards, Coach David Williams of Charles City. Sixth place, Richard Schroeder, Lamar's. Fifth place, Ryan Klein, Ames. Fourth place, Nate Toft, Spencer. Third place, Jeremy Black, Oskaloosa. Runner-up, Dayton Ericson, Cedar Falls. And the Class 3A 152-pound champion from Charles City, Drew Kelly.
Great job there, Drew. I'd like to recommend a restaurant for our head producer, but instead we're going to go to Dean Board for a floor report.
We didn't even work up a sweat in the 106.